All right. Is it live on Twitch is still counting down?
Okay. Yeah, well, there's a delay. There's a big delay
The
now.
delay.
Oh, got you.
I'm sorry. Yeah, no,
No, makes sense.
just to make sure. It made me think about it last time, but yeah. There's a bigger
Okay.
delay, but chat should still be real time.
Okay.
I-
All right. Well, welcome everyone. Today we have one of our MvC games. We have Belmont University up against Valparaiso University. I will be one of your casters for today. My name is Ben.
Yes, hello, I'll be the other caster for today. My name is Pat. Call me Saint.
All right. Okay. Well, map bans and picks have just came in. Belmont first band split, Valpo first band fracture. And then this first map, as you can see right now, Belmont picked Lotus, and Valparaiso picked defense side for the first half. Then after this, we will be going to Ascent with Belmont on attack. And then after that, we had Belmont ban Pearl, Valpo ban Icebox, which leaves Haven as the decider.
Yeah, I think we've seen Belmont a lot on this Haven, on this Lotus pick, I mean, so pretty comfortable map for them, I'd say. I'd say one of their better maps as well. Should be a pretty exciting game.
Very excited to see. Thankfully, we don't have another Tejo mirror matchup like we've become so accustomed to seeing on Lotus. I feel like he's really just kind of taken over everything.
We love Teo.
Really has. Yeah. I'm not. He's a very fun character to play. I don't blame him. I mean, his utility is incredible. You can just make so much space for your team. He's so much fun to play too. I love playing him in ranked and stuff like that. But pretty happy to see only one breach and only one Tejo on this map. Otherwise, it can get pretty abusive with that utility. But both of them are on the side of Belmont, so I think the comp from Valpo is definitely an interesting one. Double duelist. I definitely like the Euro pick. I respect that a lot. I like the Cypher pick, but I do think that lack of a breach or a Tejo could come back to bite them potentially.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think their post plans look very, very weak with that comp. It's going to be a lot of aggressive kind of pushes back against retakes, which could kind of prove to be their downfall, especially on this defensive side.
They're looking at a whole lot of aggression out here in the lane.
Spike down A.
Unfortunately, Johan coming up with the first few big picks. However, we do get Trixie trading it down on stairs. 60 right around the corner, hoping to get a right click. And Johan just doing everything right now. 60 doing his best with the blast bag.
Pretty sure Johan is actually like their highest rank. I'm pretty sure it's one of their best players for sure.
Yeah, I mean, 4K on pistol round. How
fix
much
him
more can you ask for? Once again, no ace. I don't know what's going on with the 40 bombs or 4Ks. I mean, but yeah, solid round from Valpo. I mean, Johan absolutely just putting the team on his back and just landing every shot in the world. So yeah, a lot of fun.
Right. Looking in for a second round default here, a little interesting. They didn't even opt to buy into this, so they're really just going for whatever picks that they can grab out at the beginning of this round and just kind of seeing what they can find throughout.
Yeah, second round, you got classics going up against bulldogs and outlaws. I mean, really, I think Belmont here is just hoping to get a kill or two, maybe break some shields, and that's about all you can do on this ground. Great pick.
Not ready yet.
Coming around the side, able to get that bulldog. Hopefully going to be able to be recovered.
We do have coach playing today.
Yeah, I didn't actually notice that until right now. We have Major out on the field.
Yeah, unfortunately ZJ couldn't join us today, but it'll be all right.
Nat getting the first pick around, going in for the flank.
Let's see this. We've got an interesting little
All missiles away.
possibly coming up between Major and this. It's a great timing, great kill. And they have
That's why he's the coach.
Just like that, they also have numbers. I mean, they still don't have gun
30
advantage.
seconds
but
left. There.
One man up is huge in a round like this. We've just got to see if they expect this Cypher lurking on the B side.
Nat coming in from behind, I think made some steps, but she's able to clean it up.
this would be a detrimental loss for Valpo. Losing the second round, it demolishes your economy for essentially the first half of the game.
You see all of Belmont right now just kind of huddled up, not trying to give any picks away for free.
Get out of here.
That is one. Johan had a 4K in the first round. He's going to need a 3K to close out this.
And he's looking to just get the stick there, goes to half.
Excellent.
And Nat a little too far away. This could be really dangerous.
He's half the bomb and he's sticking it all the way through. Johan, once again, putting his team on his back and
yeah,
carrying them out of that round. That is insane.
that is crazy.
And really, that was just wonderfully played from him, too. I mean, the first tap, getting it all the way to half, really just put the time pressure on, and Nat was just way too far away to actually be able to get that second stick.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think for Belmont, you could still be happy that you got 4 guns in a plant. But when you get in that position, it can definitely take a bit of a mental toll to lose from there. But either way, they've got guns now.
Grenade.
They still pretty much decimated Valpo's economy. I think they can be pretty happy with that.
And Valpo is now realizing that they are all on the very wrong side of the map as Belmont come in for this massive 5-stack rush. And Nat TPing into the smoke, a little scared to pop out first.
Yeah, this is a tough round for Valpo. I mean, they lost all their guns in that last round. They don't have the funds to buy into this round.
Spike planted.
You know, unless if Johan's able to just put the team on his back in a real major way here, this should be a done deal.
We've seen a 3, we've seen a 4. Can we see a 5th? Unfortunately, not for him. All right.
Reign of terror
First round's down on the
gone.
board.
Yeah, this guy is shooting. Oh, man. He is shooting. Let's see, this is where, you know, if you're a Valpo supporter, you kind of hope to see a few more players step in and really support Johan as he's on the tear that he's on. But so far, Belmont's done a very good job at suppressing all the other players.
Looking to be quite a heavy A fight this round. Got 3 people staring down another 3 people. And just a whole barrage of utility coming in on both sides, neither of them even trying to take the space afterwards. Major just getting a little antsy on that angle. Yoru able to TP out back into safety. Belmont now trying to regroup out. C and 60, just getting a little unaware on the lurk.
Yeah. These are great picks from the defense, just denying a whole lot of space and information from Belmont.
Nat popping out of the smoke, getting the first. Sight should be theirs for the plant. That is a great stun.
Shadows traveling.
The rocket from you.
3 kills.
Oh, is that aware of the Sova behind her from the smoke? She is not, unfortunately, into a 2v2 situation.
Yeah. How much more can you ask for? I mean, 3 kills.
One enemy remaining.
No one
Will get caught out, but that is a huge round from Nat.
Yeah, really impressive take overall, too. I mean, you don't have your duelist anymore to take that opening space, so Nat TPing into the smoke, kind of fulfilling that role for them, and able to get that opening pick really just opened up the round for them.
Yeah, I think that's another reason why I do prefer this Belmont team composition over the Valpo. I mean, you look at, you think about space creation, and on a map this big, you need a lot of space creation, but I think Omen can generate just as much space as a Raze or as a Yuri can.
Not ready yet. Good hit.
So, I mean, for Valpo, they essentially have 3 people who can generate space, but not too much to back that up. So I'm curious to see how that affects them on these retakes and how that affects them on their attacking half.
I'm a little intrigued to see how this round is going to play out. We see Nat over with the spike deep into A. Does have the ult online, so probably looking to TP out once there's a chance.
Excellent catch from the Yoru, but that will be traded right back by Trixie.
Yoru didn't get traded there, unfortunately.
I think it was traded on the other side of the map by Major.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was on B. Let's see, Belmont is walking into a pretty much completely free A site. Valpo did rotate just a smidge, and Sova will get caught out and make out this second ball.
Thorns activated.
Just gotta move quickly before Johan raid boss.
Before Johan can do Johan things. And they are
There's a lot of
giving
shooting there. No bullets
30 seconds
actually
left.
touching anyone. But
Spike planted.
we'll see. I'm curious to see what Johan's maybe able to put together here.
And even with the sheriff, we see Belmont giving Johan all of the respect that he deserves. Just very afraid to swing into his crosshair. We see the first pick coming out from him right there.
Last player standing.
This man just hits shots.
What
He
is
just
that?
hits shots. I don't know what to say about that. I mean,
Who
that
is this guy, bro?
Thrifty.
man, he's just hitting. I mean, it's as simple as that. I think Belmont had every advantage. They played the round
Anyone have any splints?
pretty
I may
near
have jams my
perfection, and then
fingers.
he just comes in and just nails 3 headshots. I mean, what do you do about that? You know, I mean, it's,
Belmont they really need to start taking team fights against this Johan.
yeah.
Like, I
mean,
think
you know,
that's the
as
only way we
proof
can.
point,
Yeah, I think just swinging together is the only way you can really deal with him because it's clear that Johan's just winning these ones every single time.
Yeah. I don't think he's lost a single 1v1 so far in this game. I mean, he's just been winning everything. So I think hopefully they'll realize that and start kind of stacking up a bit more when they're against him, just swinging out 2-3 people at a time and just trying to take him down.
Egg trying to take some early aggression out towards C and saw literally everything coming straight into his face. Just decided to get out of there while he still could. Got a big take now coming in with the Visal. Nat lurking in on the B side, trying to wait out the timing. And I think if she goes right now, she does have the clear slip into their back line. This is going to be a big 5v5 retake.
Ooh, Danny almost expecting the lurk from Nat, but they turn around and Nat's got one hell of a time.
Did a Yorul getting a lot of information from the side of Valpo, and now everyone's starting to flood in. Stuck a little bit at the entrance though. Now Lurk now finally
Raid
coming
boss
in.
is down. The raid boss is down, and Valpo is crumbled.
The raid
Left all
boss
on the
is
Cypher.
crazy.
Not sure how much he can even do anymore in this round.
I mean, what else am I gonna call him, dude?
Could go.
I think the raid boss is
Well,
good.
they got plagued. Like,
The raid boss is good.
careful there.
Just a very clean take there from Belmont. Just really, just doing everything right, making sure they learn from their mistakes last game of just staying together, throwing the util in, and just going in as a team.
Yeah, didn't give Johan any unnecessary 1v1s. Only time that they peaked him was not on a great flank play. Love to see it. Playing into their strengths, but also trying to avoid any of Valpo's.
Now just waiting at the dart and paint shells, going for a slow walk up into A main. An Omen hanging right around next to the door with a Yoru TP on him as well. Could be a bit of a sticky situation. The Yoru TP does get faked though. And the Sova drone will get all of the information. Johan swinging out from stairs, able to pick up the first. Trixie trades that out to Sova. And Nat able to take the 1v1 onto Johan.
Killed the rat.
Cypher will get
Trixie
caught on the
going in for a little spray and pray.
Yeah. Belmont's got a huge numbers advantage here, and they'll be able to get this bomb down for pretty much free. It looks like.
Danny almost shoulder checking the angle there, but thinks better of it. Now trying to go around through heaven as Yoru makes his
Last
distraction
player
out in the
standing.
back.
Yeah, but Egg will get caught out by Nat. Only a matter of time. 60 with a massive final kill, and just like that, Belmont's up 4-3. I do think that once again just came down to Nat getting a huge kill on Johan. I mean, you can see those are kind of the two raid bosses in this game right now. Johan with 12 kills, Nat with 13. It'll be an interesting matchup. Also, George isn't here right now, but this is certainly potential for a 30 bomb from Nat.
Ooh.
I think she's running for it right now. I mean, 7 rounds in, 13 kills. Making pretty good time.
See if George might be able to join at the half or something so we can get his thoughts on this.
Nat getting a
Spoke
little
too soon.
overeager on the fight there, yeah.
Major will
Thrills
trade
is
that out.
traded out.
Great work from the sub and the coach.
We see a little bit of indecision now coming out of Belmont. Trixie trying to slip into B site for a little bit. Rest of the team still huddled out of C, hoping to draw out some rotations to the other sites. Teho drone does note Johan. Wouldn't be too surprised if they just run away.
Yeah, and they see 2 players there, and we've got Trixie will get caught on the lurk in B, but they should have a pretty free A site here. I mean, unless if their Omen or their Sova is able to kind of hoof it back to A, I think Belmont will be looking at a pretty free site.
They are starting to get the information that there's probably still no one on C. However, they do have enough time to get the plant down, and it is an advantageous position for Tree.
30 seconds left.
And
Spike
Sova will
planted.
come up, but I don't think he will not catch anything with it. That's pretty unfortunate.
I mean, I think that really comes down to the excellent plant spot going in a slightly different position than you would normally see it. However, Johan coming in with the ult, and Red just pulls up the
timing from
iPad
Red.
at the wrong
That's
time.
Like time and a half right there. And of course, you peek Johan and you die. That's just what happens in this game. So, great round from Valpo. I mean, I think they were pretty contentious to give up A there. Play with the Sova ult on the retake. Even though the Sova ult didn't hit anything, I think it still did give them some information that their Belmont players were playing towards that tree position. All around really good. And then of course you just have Johan who just hits every head that he sees. So
Yeah, and like when we were talking about like them having to like, you know, trade out Johan there and not take those ones, the fact that Johan had their ult there is just like it completely just snuffs that out. Like they have to split up. They have to.
Shadows traveling.
yeah, I mean the second you hear that raise rocket, you scatter. You run like the police just walked in on your high school party. I mean you're out of there. So.
Yeah, because like you saw them all bundled up in tree last round, so, but it just doesn't work when you have that powerful ult.
Yeah, and I would guess someone probably said that they have raise rocket and they knew we've got to get out of here. I mean, if we're all sitting in tree when you use that rocket, we're just bottom.
Yeah, there was a good intention on that call. It just wasn't executed right after that.
And Nat now into the smoke, hoping to get a little bit aggressive there, but Johan got the Roomba coming in and able to clear out that smoke. And Nat in a lot of danger now, being revealed by the Sova drone and the Cypher trip.
Belmont does have numbers, but this is certainly looking a bit strenuous and a bit awkward.
We do have the Armageddon waiting from Red, though. And 60 also popping his raised rocket, getting two with the picking up a third as well.
Three.
Oh my god, 60!
Jeez, man. Because we were gassing up Johan so much, I think 60 just said, no, I'm the real Raze in this lobby. I'm going to take my throne back. And my god, man, that 4K is absolutely insane.
We're going raise for raise right now.
Yeah. Yeah, great round from Belmont. I think Valpo actually did a very good job on that, on the attempt of a retake. Closed in, kind of suppressed a lot of space. I mean, Belmont was literally working with just that little A main kind of puddle area. But then 60 just kind of took over the whole lobby. It was awesome to see.
We see very early A main control now coming out. Hopefully just going to stick Johan into this angle and make sure no one can get back into this A site.
Yeah. And that will force Belmont towards this Cypher. But the Cypher is alone on site and not really even playing for his trip, so yeah, Belmont's got a free site.
It's looking like they're just content to let them plant.
Belmont's been hitting these trips a lot. It's just a surprise that like this Cypher just isn't taking advantage of that at all.
Yeah. I think that is kind of an awkward thing about Cypher on this map, is that the map isn't super wallbangable. Unlike places like a
One enemy remaining.
utilize those trips.
60 finally able to stabilize. And Johan picking up 2 easy kills. However, we do still have the Armageddon in play, as well as the Vice ult to take away Johan's favorite weapon.
This certainly should be a win for Belmont. With the time, with the ults that you have, you gotta think this is good. 3, 2, 1, swing, Johan's down. See? That's what we love to see. I mean, as we were saying, not giving Johan these 1v1s. Even though he did just win a 2v1 a second ago.
Yeah.
At the front of the
He can't
site.
shoot 2 people at once.
He can, but he can't do it twice in one round. So as long as you
Just that last little peek was just the perfect timing.
yeah. So no, great.
Because even though we had that 2v1 last time, it's just that raise,
Weapons up,
or
guns
it's just
open.
like they peaked, they just a little peaked too far in between each other, so it's like still was kind of ones for a raise.
Yeah, I think that might be the old do we go on 3 or do we go on go type of situation when you
Yeah.
but either way, great round from Belmont. And once again, going for the C site. I mean, they have not had any problem forcing into this site.
We do have the bomb just sitting outside of A. Nat now looking to refill into this A main space. Going for a bit of a fake play here. So I think becoming wise to it now.
I'm glad we're seeing a little bit more map working out of Belmont.
Yeah. Yeah, they're certainly stretching out the map, especially on a 3-site map when you have an Omen too. I mean, if Omen starts getting pushed on A main, just TP right over to C, and Nat can get the free plant there. But certainly great to see them stretching out this very large map.
And 60 there, no fear, just sprinting straight into Sova's face, and Trixie getting a great pick onto Johan. Pretty much sealing this round, especially as Cypher and Omen are so far away from this.
Yeah,
Yet again, it's
Cypher and Omen only have sheriffs, so this should be a
One enemy remaining.
Trixie going for every eco you can get. Gotta love it.
Careful there.
Man after my own heart.
It all shows up the same on the scoreboard.
60 says, hell no, I'm taking that one. Great 3K from 60. I mean,
Last round before
excellent
the
raise
switch.
play from both these players, and then Nat, of course, just having a great game. I will say, since I said that this is 30 bomb potential, I don't believe Nat has gotten another kill since then, so I might have.
I don't
you
think
might
so.
have jinxed it.
I might have jinxed this a little bit, but yeah, we won't talk about it anymore. That's fine.
We do have a lot of ults on both sides here. Could be a very chaotic round coming into this. And I wouldn't be too surprised if they're looking to fight out of this out of this C site. It's been so easily given up for the rest of this game.
And you gotta think this is, I mean, this last round and a half, this is where you just start dumping those ults. I mean, no reason to save them. You can get any value at all from your ult. There we go. Gotta got one ult used, major, pressing the Sova, and I mean, Sova's on an island with the classic.
He is just trying his best right now and nothing there. He's got everything in his face and literally nothing he can do about that. We do have the
a
kill
kill,
rule.
so since I mentioned the curse, I think the curse is no longer, so we'll take that. But
Trixie getting
One
Johan
enemy
as
remaining.
well.
The charges.
And doing great work in the backside, able to pick up 3, entirely shoving down the flood.
Switching sides.
certainly great round, great half from Belmont. 8-4, you'll take that all day. I think for Valpo, the hope is that it's a highly attack-sided map, and you're running an incredibly attack-sided comp. Game's certainly not over. No, I don't. 8-4 on a 3-side map, especially Lotus, the most attack-sided map in the game. I think this is certainly doable for them if they're able to bring it together a bit.
And I wonder if they're gonna try to exploit Belmont's really aggressive playstyle for defense, like we saw with Illinois. Illinois definitely knew Belmont's playstyle when it came to defense and just completely snuffed it out.
Yeah,
I do think we are going to
right now. I mean, Belmont's looking like they're gonna aggress pretty hard on this
Missiles away.
main position. So we'll see if Valpo knows maybe just to step back a bit and let them have their day.
Belmont does take that early rubble space, however, it does look like they learned their lesson from Illinois State and aren't extending quite as far. But I say that they get 2 picks on the side of Valpo now, entirely opening it up, but it seems as if they don't even want to go into this A site.
Careful there.
And Nat now just entirely unsure of where to go, seeing people all over the map.
Very awkward position for Belmont. Yeah.
I think they finally realized it.
Yeah, they do, and they'll rotate over, but
Spike
looking at a
planted.
5 versus 3 retake, I mean,
Not
certainly
ready yet.
doable. But very tough position for Belmont here.
Flash out.
We do have Johan flashed up, and it doesn't even matter, able to get the right click on him.
Last player.
Flashes are
people
just
left,
cosmetic.
So just cosmetic. This is going to take some absolute heroics out from that. I don't know if she has it in her.
Will finally go down. However, does manage to get 3 again. I mean, pretty insane round, but Belmont did lose the pistol round last time. Still ended up getting 8.5, so wouldn't worry about it too much.
Belmont
This
here,
will be
I
the
think.
big
was
round,
good.
I think. I mean, I think Valpo will be hoping for a much cleaner force round than they had in that first half. I mean, losing 4 guns, almost losing the round. You gotta hope for a bit of a cleaner play than that.
I don't think we're going to get much cleaner play, though. We look to have a 4-man sprint into A.
Yeah, got like a big clash coming into A.
Make sure to farm up the ult orb while they can. Good idea. And then we do see that all of Valpo is just grouped up into lobby, not really wanting to move quite yet.
Yeah, it looks like
Johan-
you just take these fights. Very unfortunate. Johan just
Yeah,
getting
first
every
couple
kill.
of picks, yeah. Is able to clean him up his 60. And we got a fadeaway out from Gamer Films, able to pick up the trade. And unfortunately, there's not great numbers for Belmont, but a Vandal recovered could be dangerous.
Yeah, but look at this. Valpo's got an Omen all the way in Belmont spawn. He's buying their guns right now. We'll see what this Omen's able to do, but
It's really weird positions all the way around the map. I mean, we have 2 people moving towards defender's spawn. However, Major able to get the
Spike
first
planted.
pick onto the plant. And
Oh,
aware
Major
of the
catches the
lurk,
Omen.
too.
you know, that's why
Awesome play by
that's
the
why he's the coach. He's got the,
Why he's
got
the
big
coach.
brain.
Last player standing. One
No
enemy
charges.
Great trade
remaining.
from- That's 3 on the round for Major, and this is a very winnable round.
Both of them are
Once they-
super low HP, unfortunately, so this is going to pretty much just come down to who gets the first shot in. And Sova just very patiently waiting outside. And time is getting very, very low.
Not sure about that shot guard. That will tell Major exactly where you are.
Almost getting the headshot through the wall, but not quite being able to pick it up.
Very close. But once again, that's another force round from Valpo where they lose 4 guns going up against classics. I mean, I don't think anyone on Belmont's side even bought a sheriff. I mean, losing 4 guns against classics. I mean, you're going into this Belmont's first gun round on a very weak buy. They'll force up. They've got. Oh, I guess they actually were able to piece together some money. But if they lose this round, this is a real tough financial situation for Valpo.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're Belmont, I think you're very happy with the way that last round ended up. I mean, you got into a really great position.
Yeah, absolutely.
Once again, we just see this rubble fight being absolutely crucial for both teams. Neither side really wanting to give it up.
Yeah.
Johan taking a few tags through the smoke. Jumping up on Rubble. Gamer Films getting support from behind. Nat on top of Rubble, not really able to find anything.
Great trade
Red.
from Red.
I'm all out.
Supporting for the back, has to leave before he loses his life. And now just content to let them take the site and regroup with his teammate. But it does appear as if Yoru really just wants some blood right now, going all the way into their spawn.
Spike planted.
Yeah, we'll see if either will Major expect this. I mean, yeah, this is an angle. Ooh, excellent play from the coach there.
All missiles away.
Now they will team up, and it's just a flat 2v2 on this retake.
So being entirely cornered off by those Tejo mollies right there. We do have a little bit of a time concern going in. Recon Dart now coming in, and it's got to be a stick here, at least a half.
Huge kill.
Major is able to pick up the first one, only 1 bullet left in the chamber, and that's all he needs.
Ooh. The coach showing that he could be a player. We love that. You know, I
Has to
will
make
say,
sure he
it-
lets the watchers know.
yeah. I
Little
mean, we
bit-
call Major the coach, but he also is. I think he's like a peak immortal. I mean, he's not. You know, I think most coaches in like the VCT are like gold player. He's definitely not.
I don't know. A lot of,
But
but yeah, awesome play from Thrills there. Little odd that last round that they peaked 1 by 1 out of tree.
yeah, Yeah, not a great play. I think they were mainly going for a bit of a time crunch there, but it's also just odd to me that they would plant in the default position instead of planting for tree if they're going to double up at tree.
That
Some question marks there from
pick
Valpo.
behind the ball there is also able to
Spike
avoid the
down,
Sova
C.
ult, and now it is just entirely trying to pick up the pieces for Valpo. Spike left stranded onto the site, and there's Nat getting a little bit over aggressive into main, but honestly, I don't even think that's going to end up mattering all that much. And just not even checking Trixie in that corner. Just so desperate to try to get the bomb back in their hands. I do believe Sova is noted on the other side of that corner, and Trixie watching the angle, he is just gone.
Excellent utilities from Trixie right there. First one, swing out.
Yeah, Omen was just booking it onto site without any regard to where people were.
Yeah. Yeah,
Go to
I
that
think
bomb
that must have been a
now.
bit of a mistake from the Euro. He might not have realized he had bomb there. Rushing onto site by himself. That's and Valpo will call the timeout here. Definitely a bit of a misplay, but it happens. But
think it was
now looking
probably
at this, if you're Valpo, it's 10-6. You've got to turn this round. You've got to really start bringing yourself back into this game.
Yeah, I think Yor just had a bit of a mistiming coming out of his ult right as he intended to TP and was able to just not quite able to get out of sight in time, had 4 people staring him down. And I think the tactical reset that we're going to see here is going to be a lot more of just like, let's slow it down a little bit, make sure we let Johan be the tip of our spear, and just try to support him as best we can. Because, I mean, aside from the rounds where he's gone absolutely insane, I can't really think of anything else that's worked for them.
Yeah. I think supporting your star player is always, I mean, it's a huge deal. You look at even, VCT teams. I mean, if you've got like, Aspas on your team, you're going to do everything you can to just make his life easy. So I think that's what Valpo really needs to start doing, just make Johan's life as easy as possible.
I think it's interesting. I think one of the main things that have gotten Valpo so far in this match is just the timing wise. It's obvious that they sort of know Belmont's play style a little bit, and they have been trying a bit, especially with those A pushes. I've been seeing them try to play around those A pushes a bit, and have been successful.
60 coming in around Mound is going to have 5 people staring him right in the face and is going to lose his life to Johan, unfortunately.
And
Trixie now into
he's
the
ahead
site.
and flicks it. He does. Oof.
Trixie not winning any of that raise does make it out with his life, just barely.
Just barely, because Ray's rocket is like the worst ability
Spike
in the
planted.
game. That's actually crazy.
Limping out with barely a toe left.
Yeah. But either way, that breach utility is still online, so even if he does have 11 health, I mean, just hold on. It's just a
It is
spam
just-
down on either side.
Absolute bullet hell from both sides, yeah. However, we do get even numbers now. Nat doing everything, getting 3 kills in the on the round. And it is just never an ace, is it?
Never.
an ace. Never an ace. It's always 4. It's always 4. But still, that is
Incredible
crazy.
round, yeah.
Wait, what gun skin is she using?
I think it was the... Oh my god,
It's a
what's
really
called?
big
The
one
Z
with kind of like the axe on the front. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah.
Oh, Primordium?
No. It's like I don't know what it's called.
Come on. Pledger gun, what are we doing?
Oh,
Come
it's
on.
it starts with like an AE, right? Aim on
Yeah.
deer.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
personally not a fan.
yeah.
I like this.
I'm not
color.
either. It feels too big. I feel like I can't
Yeah.
see
A
the
little
screen
chunky.
when I use it.
It just feels very heavy, you know? Like all of my bullets are going straight down.
Yeah, I always use Prelude to Chaos whenever I play.
And that's a
the
man
game.
right there.
That always felt good.
It has aimbot. There's really no other way to describe it.
It really does. It's like Guy's Vengeance, but you can huge
Exactly.
pick from that. But very awkward round from
Staring into the
Valpo.
smoke, able to get out as well.
Grenade is live.
Yeah, we've got no guns for Valpo. I mean, this should
And
be
that,
a pretty-
again, from the top rope, able to swing onto another one. And Bomb just now coming down. Are they aware of Sova around the box? And Nat trying to get all of the kills.
another 3K.
Jeez,
You know, at least it
looking
wasn't
for
a
that
4K. If it was a
Oh,
4K, ooh.
I think we're
wait.
getting close.
We might see it.
if they could just lose
George
a
might have to
few
empty his
rounds,
pockets.
if they can just lose a few rounds, we might be looking good.
Match point.
But
Not really looking for that free dinner right now. Unfortunately, there will be no way for her to get 6 kills in this round. We don't see a Sage or a Clove or anything.
No, but it's all right. See, no. Belmont knows that Nat needs 6 kills, so they're gonna lose this round on purpose. But Nat's gonna get like 2 or 3.
That's just what good teams do.
What good teams
That's
do.
just what they do. That's what any team would do to bankrupt George. That's what we've got to do.
Launching thorns.
30 kills and we might get sponsored.
Yeah, that reminds me. This stream is brought to you by what would be a good sponsor for today? I feel like Chick-fil-A is always a good one. Can we just say that?
We can actually say Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, we have no sponsors.
I mean, we
Yeah,
can say
Chick-fil-A's on campus. We can kind of say it loosely,
Yeah, loosely. Yeah.
very loosely. You know.
Spike down.
We
B.
do see Nat getting the first kill.
I have retrieved the spike.
And we hear Nat doing her IGL comms out on Grant's mic.
Stop IGLing. It doesn't matter. Just go for kills. Come
Just
on,
get
be
kills.
selfish.
Just get kills. Yeah, we
Should have
do
a free
have
one on
Nat on the
Yoru
other
here.
side of Rubble, yeah, getting your
Excellent free kill.
Cypher go for a run and gun, doesn't quite make it.
Player standing.
And big ult coming in for the back on Trixie, and Nat able to clean it up, getting 27 kills on the map.
27.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
With just
That's
one
so
more round, you
unfortunate.
have to think maybe George would have had to buy the team there, but you know, it's always another map.
You know, that was just a warm up. I think this is their 30 bomb coming up here.
Yeah, game starts now. Game starts now.
Yeah, certainly worth noting though. I mean, Johan with 23 kills. I mean, absolutely
My first
insane.
one, too. I mean, he was just trying everything he could to make sure his team got in the game there, but it was not a. It was a little bit in vain, shall I say?
Yeah, did have almost. I think that's what, like 14 times the combat score of the Cypher. Not toxic, just pointing out. Bit of an
I
unfortunate.
think that's a little more than 14 times. That is.
Oh wait, yeah, it's way more than that. Anyways,
I'm not a math major.
Yeah, great round from Belmont. Huge game from Nat. I think honestly as well, I'll say I think 60 did a very good job in that game as well. I mean, not showing up as much on the scoreboard here with only 14, 15, but just the amount of space that he created throughout that game was really impressive. Especially going up against 2 duelists. Solo a duelist against 2 duelists, you've got to kind of perform pretty heavily. And really just on that space creation on the attacking half it was pretty great to see.
Yeah. And as we look to the second map of Ascent, I don't know if we've seen Belmont play it all too much, if I'm not mistaken. So it'll be interesting to see kind of what they pull out here.
Pretty sure they have practiced it a little bit, but yeah, I think that we actually might see an interesting comp from them. A little bit different than the default.
Yeah, I'll be curious about that because the Ascent comp has stayed the same since KO
Yeah.
came out.
I
It's
think
always been.
I'm pretty sure they've integrated a Teo into their comp for this, so it'll be very interesting to see. Kind of like almost trap play-ish, but yeah. Well, I definitely excited to see that.
I'm a notorious hater of the default Ascent comp, so I'm all for this.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Same. I hate.
Yeah, I'm so bored of it. Even during the Chamber comp when Chamber was the most incredible character in the game. Bring back the Chamber meta, by the way. Just I'll always say that. Sponsored by
Or
Chick-fil-A.
not.
Bring back the Sage meta.
but-
Coming from a Sage player.
Oh god.
Give me Bucky
Please.
Sage meta again.
But-
all right.
Yeah,
Best
but the
time
fact
in
that even
Valorant.
during the Chamber meta, when it was the most overpowered character this game has ever had, Killjoy in that default comp was still played on Ascent. I think that just says a lot about that map, and I haven't liked it. I think it's one of the less interesting ones that composition is for Ascent. So hopefully Belmont will come out with something a bit different. We'll have a bit more of an interest.
And we think to maybe what would pair well with that Tejo. I haven't seen them scrim much at all, but I definitely do think we're going to keep the Sova on. I mean, his utility is just way too impactful on Ascent, especially with how paper thin some of the walls can be. But with that, I wonder if they may ditch a Sentinel, keep that KO to try to get a little bit of flashes still in the game, but who knows?
Yeah, I'm curious to see what they bring out here. I mean, we should be hopping into this next game in probably 5 minutes maybe. Yeah, definitely interested to see it. And from Valpo, I mean, they ran. I mean, the comp they ran on Lotus is certainly not the default comp. It's not even close to it. So they seem to have a bit of a proclivity for going for a bit more, out of the norm type of composition. So I'm curious to see what they bring to the table as well.
I'm really glad to see Euro use from them because like I think last time we faced Valpo, we saw a lot of neon, especially with Johan. Johan used mainly neon there, but she swapped up, and we also see a Euro now. And I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure IGL Nat, she's been wanting to run a Euro with our comp. It's just like it's like an issue of our current duelist
Don't have
not
someone to
being.
play it.
Yeah, we don't have anybody to play it,
Yeah.
unfortunately. But
Yeah, Euro's
Raze has
very
been
tough
pretty
to
good.
play. I mean,
Yeah, Euros
I
definitely
think-
has such a high skill ceiling. Like,
yeah, arguably the most difficult agent in the game to play. I would say.
definitely, yes.
So,
And it's so, but like so far, Raze has been treating them well. 60's been able to get amazing kills out of it. He's been doing really well. Same with Jet. I'm pretty sure 60's main agent is usually Jet, and we see him pop off. And despite our like unfortunate match last time, he still popped off on Pearl and everything.
yeah. I mean, as I played with 60 back last year in the fall semester, and he is an absolute insane Jet player. I mean, just completely cracked. His raise is also very good. I wouldn't say it's quite as good as his Jet. I mean, Jet is certainly main, but on some of these maps, you just kind of, I mean, Jet on Lotus, for instance, I mean, it's just kind of weak, for lack of a better. I mean, it's just not very good compared to the Raze. I think we saw from that game. I mean, 60's Raze is certainly good as well. I mean, just with the space creation and everything. So, one thing I also give a shout out to Major here. Major 12-8, very solid, locking down those sites. For the coach who had to shake off the dusty keyboard and mouse and come out and play. I think that was pretty great to see.
And it is also worth noting that last week I think we did see a lot of tactical mistakes. So I do wonder if having Major in the call is trying to help them keep their head on straight, kind of, and make sure that they're just keeping the fundamentals fundamental and doing everything as smartly as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I know last time we unfortunately didn't see any timeouts, but hopefully we won't have to call any. Like, not saying that we should, but like maybe if we need to, we'll actually see those pulled out. But hopefully we won't. But definitely feeling better that we will have those pulled out because it's just like it's pretty detrimental how much we spiraled just by not having any timeouts and just being able to, like, even if it's not even if it's not to like make like scrap up anything, just to have time to breathe, time to reset, because like otherwise you're just gonna keep spiraling and spiraling.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, there were times last year where we'd be competing, and I would call a timeout just to, let the boys breathe for a minute. I mean, these games can get pretty intense. There's a lot of shouting, a lot of tilt can creep up on you. So just having a minute to kind of disconnect a little bit and just kind of bring yourself back down to earth can be certainly very helpful. And if you're going up against a team where if you've lost a couple of rounds in a row, that minute off can also kind of ice them. I mean, we saw Johan hitting all those headshots this last game. If you call a timeout, there's always a chance that can kind of ice him and pull him out of his A game a little bit.
Yeah, I think we did kind of see that a little bit. He did kind of lay off, I think, a little bit after their first timeout. He was really heating up around like for the beginning of both halves, and just kind of like eventually cooled down a bit. It probably could have been Belmont like learning how to play around him, and it's just like it's just mainly either catching him off guard or not taking ones. I think a lot of rounds were just given to them because Johan was allowed to take ones and just completely annihilated those. But it's good that we saw a little play around that, and we were able to take the match and everything.
I think too, it's honestly a little bit funny just to kind of watch them play, especially on their attack side. It was almost reminiscent of kind of 2021 champions. I mean, Gambit's entire play was just you see CNED, sprint to the other side. Like there's just an absolute brick wall facing us, and we just can't get past it. Just don't even worry about it. We'll do everything else later.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, it's the whole idea of, we'll fight the raid boss on our terms. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
you can force into the site where CNED's on, and in which case he's got his op posted up. He's ready. He's itching for y'all to hit that site. You know, it's just, it can be much better to say, all right, well, he's on B, let's go A, and then, you know, he's forced to retake with an op, or he's just in this kind of uncomfortable position. So, you know, I think Belmont did a great job of that with neutralizing Valpo's raid boss, so to speak. Don't mean to glaze uncontrollably, but honestly, it was just very
Good play.
impressive.
Good play.
Yeah.
And is that an ISO IC?
Is that an ice? No way he locks that in. That's a troll. No, I would love to see thrills on
I would
the
like to see it
ISO.
personally. We
No
do
way he
have
locked
a
it.
Vice
He
coming in
locked
as
it.
our
He locked
Sentinel.
it. They're playing ISO.
Wait, no
The
way. No.
No way.
No.
I am intrigued.
This is not at all the setup that I was expecting. This is way
I
different.
do remember I was texting Nat not too long ago, and she had told me that they were messing around with ISO, but I didn't think they were actually going to run anything for
It
it.
might be because
much less
they
putting the
might not.
coach on
It might.
ISO.
Yeah, it might not. It might just. It might.
I don't even know what to think. I'm
You know,
very
this might be
excited,
one of those
though.
situations where you think, well, you know, Major has coached us, but he hasn't actually run some of the plays we've been doing. So let's just put him on ISO and just let him take these. I mean, let's just let him
Yeah.
fight.
It's actually pretty ironic because I think, I think Valpo's comp here is what they practiced. Yeah, is their usual comp. And I think this change of comp might be because Major's filling or Thrills is filling, but like, and it might be just. Might be just
yeah.
because they don't have like a dedicated Sova player. I think they run Sova usually.
Especially, yeah. I mean, with the Sova, if you don't know lineups, if you don't, I don't think Major really plays Sova too much. I mean, you know, you're not going to get much value out of it. You may as well just put. I mean, Major he's a great shot. He's a great duelist player. He played duelist last year. Why not just put him on the ISO and let him just go for some frags? I mean, I'm excited to see this. Yeah, very excited to see this.
It might
Starting on
honestly
this
be an
attack
attempt
side,
to.
too.
Sorry, go ahead.
for it.
It might be just an attempt to deal with Johan as well, with like how well he's been performing, like this hyper.
Sure, get rid of that first
aggressive comp.
headshot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. I mean, even Valpo. I mean, a bit more towards the default composition, but certainly not a normal comp. I mean, no Sova. Excellent pickup from Trixie, and that's a huge gap from Valpo. Nobody watching mid, and Belmont just eats up all that space. Major already getting value out of the ISO as well. Red's just making sure that his plant button works. He's just being sure. But we've got. I mean, Johan, I think, missed his first 3 shots of the game there.
One enemy remaining. Flawless.
Man, excellent work from Belmont. That's just a bit of a misplay from Valpo. I mean, just leaving the entire mid position open. A bit strange there, but excellent work from Belmont to eat up all that easy space.
Actually, my bad. I actually don't think they run Sova usually. They usually run. My bad. I think they run this comp, or they run Valpo's comp, but instead of a breach, they run a KO. So they have Teo as their usual like intel getter rather than Sova, but I think it just allows for more trap potential with that like kind of with all those nades and everything.
I don't mind it. Yeah, I mean KO. KO is pretty much a mainstay on this map. I'm surprised we don't see a KO here. I mean,
that's what I'm
some
saying.
Some of the lineups you hear are downright abusive. He's absolutely cracked on the map. So
I think we usually have ZJ play KO, and that's probably why we're not seeing him here.
Yeah,
he knows a lot of lineups.
Yeah, and that's the thing, you know. I mean, just like the Sova, great pick, great 2 picks.
We see 60 just trying to do everything, be what Johan can't.
Yeah. And I would guess, you know, Major probably just doesn't know the KO lineups. So
I don't think anybody here does, unfortunately.
Hey, I know some of those lineups. So let's I was the KO player last year. I probably know like
Zach's taught me, or ZJ's taught me a little bit, but I've kind of forgot him, to be honest.
Yeah, they're pretty fun to use in ranks. Yeah.
Just decimation. Very, very clean second round out. Just getting rid of the pistols.
Demolished. And Belmont's looking at a pretty good buy here. I mean, only lost one gun. It's certainly a competitive round for them, and if they can win this, I mean, that sets them up for one hell of a half.
Now we wait.
Well, that's an interesting wall. I didn't think you'd be able to do that.
The Vice setups are like genuinely crazy that I've seen since she's become more played. Dude, like the amount of wall setups are crazy.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those where I mean, for some reason, Valorant does this thing where their walls aren't actually flat, even though they look flat. They have these little gradients. And so because of that, you can get these crazy walls that just kind of like twist and turn all kind of ways that you just wouldn't really expect them to. But it's a great pickup from Belmont. We've got full mid and yeah.
I absolutely love this bonus round play of just really trying to split up the map.
Ooh, Simon 60 with a huge catch on the Killjoy as well. That's actually kind of crazy awareness. Ooh, big pick of the egg.
Ammunition. Bueno.
Oof. Red barely getting out with his life. Nat with a huge flank on Johan. Red once again just testing to be sure that is a plant button.
One enemy remaining.
And Nat is not exactly sure where to look, and we do just have one, and then Red able to clean it up. Not quite able to get the gun out in time for Johan.
Yeah, throughout all of that too, Red just, I mean, the absolute cojones to just not plant the bomb and just wait. I mean, just that is a nerve-wracking situation completely.
Yeah. And that's kind of how you have to take this Jet, honestly. Like, despite like it still being ones, the fact that Jet's attention was still diverted by Nat there, it's really nice to see that Red just took that up and just took full advantage of that and just went ahead and pushed.
Yeah. And then got a great timing with the smoke as well. I mean, just excellent play out of Belmont. And that's 3 rounds. This is a real tough situation for Valpo. I mean, their money's pretty much demolished here. See, Johan with the Bucky as well. You gotta love it. We love Bucky players out here.
Bucky and Odin.
I can't stand them.
Might actually get a
Odin
free
is a
pick.
very skillful gun, alright? Ooh, man. Easy
Dang.
headshots for Trixie.
Great 2 shots right there. So yeah, I mean, we'll see if Valpo is able to find a way to claw back into this round, but this really should be a foregone conclusion.
We do see the ISO wall faking a bit more pressure into tree. Just trying to delay this for as long as possible with the util they have. And 60 able to get the first pick. Red cleaning up with his classic. And then
Red
Matt
using the classic. It gets a kill with the classic. I don't know.
That's true, that's true.
Big. Not sure why. I will say that Vandal skin that Red is using is so ugly. I'm sorry. That is so
I agree. I'm not a fan.
It's so bad.
It's weird for me. Like I either really like. I can't tell if I really like it or really hate it. It's like it's.
I hate it.
It makes me feel some type of way.
I don't know. Yeah.
It just
Feels like
so
I've got like a lava lamp at the end of my gun. I'm just not about it.
Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, you're so right. That's so true.
There's something just like weirdly zombie-y about it. Like it reminds me
Johan's
kind of
got
the
That's a little scary.
Yeah,
quite terrifying.
Drone going out.
See, we got Major with the guy's vengeance. Man after my own heart. We love to see that.
Gonna be 4K after 4K for him here on ISO. Oh! Okay,
Good shot
okay.
from the
Only into the
coach.
one tap. See, that's not even Major. That's the skin right there. That's just what the guy's vengeance does.
Hey, we can see Belmont now probing the map really hard, just trying to find where Johan isn't. And they are aware of the Killjoy up here in B main, just doing their best to clear him out, try to flush him out early. But we do have Tejo with the bomb just kind of sitting deep in mid, just kind of waiting around.
I think they're still trying to
It's
figure
maybe
out
versus
what point they're gonna go on. They're still trying to look for
Yeah.
Johan here.
I mean, this is such an awkward position for Belmont. I mean, you're just stacked up in mid. You have no space anywhere,
30
really. You don't know where Valpo is.
Unfortunate
that
miss.
This
That is
shoulder
so
tank
unlucky
Missiles
from Johan.
I would be
honestly.
fuming.
Not ready yet.
is unfortunate right there. Trixie getting a little over aggressive into main there. Time is very low on the plant. Major able to get a clean up there from the top of stairs.
And they spot the player's CT. I mean,
we have the Armageddon here from Red too if it becomes necessary, but Major makes sure it isn't. Gets a 3K with the guy's vengeance.
Yeah, that's a great 3K. I mean, I think that was probably the whole idea, was just let's just put Major on ISO and let's just see what he can do. He's definitely come to play today.
5-1.
Yeah, Trixie is. Very good. Trixie as well, 8-2. Man, kind of cooking.
Trixie's been has really good timing on Sentinel. Like when it comes to lurks and everything, just amazing timing.
I would have to agree. Unfortunately, though, not quite able to find the 30K this map, it seems, but there's a lot of map left to go potentially.
Well,
I wouldn't be opposed if it ended.
yeah, potentially. I mean,
Still hungry.
Valpo on another kind of half high, and
And 60 just over the top, dragging the crosshair for Danny and his 3 sight now.
Johan
We do have
does
the
have
knives
the knife. Ooh, that's a
Spoke
rough
too
timing.
soon about the timing.
Yeah, that is an insane timing.
Grenade is live.
Red's still watching the flank.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Red
Johan
fully aware of where the
team
last
was
person
1-1-1, not able to catch anything, and now Egg is just getting.
And this is going to be bodies on top of bodies for him.
Oh, got kind of robbed on the second kill. I won't lie. Got a little.
Spectre
Just not
moment.
enough bullets to clip, yeah.
Yeah, but
Spectre either shreds or is just a or is just a pea shooter, I swear.
yeah, I'm not gonna. I think Stinger is pretty much always better than Spectre. I
absolutely.
can't get used to it. I just buy the Bulldog anyway.
Well, the
This is
Stinger
also a
is
good
the
option.
Stinger ain't about you. The Stinger is just whether the Stinger either wants to give you a kill or wants to just mess up your whole day.
Yeah,
So-
it has to will it into existence.
Yeah, it ain't about you. You ain't nobody shooting straight with the Stinger. It's just Stinger does what it wants to do. But yeah, another timeout from Valpo, very understandable. 6 rounds in a row that you've lost. Got to try and center your team a little bit here.
Yeah. And overall, this attack side from Belmont has just been super clean. Just not doing anything fancy. Just group up, hit site, get kills, and win.
Yeah, I mean, that's really exactly what you need to see. I mean, the biggest thing right now is just shutting down Johan. I mean, they're not giving him anything. It's definitely a frustrating game. I mean, even we saw in that other round, they saw Johan with the op, and they just they went exactly where Johan was. And then he even got that kind of unlucky kind of half wall bang on a Trixie. Didn't kill him with the op shot. Definitely a bit of a tilting game for Johan so far, I'd say, but we'll see if Valpo is able to bring back the mental here and maybe get a few rounds.
They're playing very deep on the A site. Johan, though, is recognized. They got to be quick on it before he can do too much damage. And it is very passive here. I'm intrigued to see what their retake plan is.
Yeah, I mean, they pretty much gave up A for free. I mean, they didn't contest this at all. I mean, they gotta have. I mean, they do have the Killjoy ult, so I think that's probably the bulk of their plan.
You see Major getting into the ISO ult, able to get the pick, thankfully. Grabs the shield back up.
One enemy remaining.
Major utter chaos into the round right now. Major, 3 on the round.
Last player standing.
And then Nat all the way out in tree. However, it is planted for her.
Yeah, and Egg has
faking a
no
tap
idea. That's just.
Playing with her food a little bit there.
Had to take it all in.
Yeah. Well, 7-0. Valpo, I think at this point, pretty desperate to just find some way to compete here. I believe this was their map pick, correct?
It was, yeah.
Yeah, definitely a bit unfortunate. But honestly, I mean, Major on this ISO, I think, was definitely the right call. I mean,
Yeah, I've been very pleasantly surprised. He's done incredibly well to just take that secondary space behind 60. Trixie able to get the first pick onto Johan, and that is... This round's already looking kind of dusted.
Yeah. And once again, I mean, we're looking at such a broken buy from Valpo. I mean, it's just... It's looking pretty bleak right now.
Trixie able to get the second kill. Danny with a nice shot onto 60 with the Sheriff.
Woo. Even the dink on the Nat as well. Which I will say, I think... Okay, Red, once again, I think...
Doing a little
might
trolling.
be a little bit broken at this point, maybe.
Nah, he was walking around. He was doing that on purpose. Trixie watching from across the window, sees the gun.
Yeah,
And now looking for a 4K, and there it is on the round.
yeah, no ace, of course, because why would we?
Why can we?
We don't
We can't have
allow
anything
those.
fun.
Yeah, it's actually absurd at this point. I
Like,
still haven't
genuinely.
Just one. Just one. That's all we need.
did like 34Ks. I haven't seen any ace. Oh.
Now we wait.
Got another one of those weird little diagonal walls.
Yeah, I'm one thing I am a bit curious about it. Maybe it looks like Valpo might be going for it this round to set up, you know, use that breach to set up your jet. I mean, they haven't really been doing anything. See, there we go. They did it, and you get 2 kills out of it. I mean, I'm surprised. I just don't understand why they're on the 9th round now, and that's the first time it's that combo.
Major looking to refight that angle though. Now does note that it is clear. Trixie coming in from mid, and I don't think anyone is aware of it.
Yeah, might be able to catch out the Tejo here, and well,
Nat just
Spike
not
down
aware
mid.
of what's going on ramp though.
Who else?
great pick from Thrills there.
Cover going
Got still a tough situation for him looking at this catwalk position.
Last player standing.
Yeah. Be able
This
to
plays a
get-
little too wide, sees 2, and can't quite get them both down in time. Trixie still lurking around in mid.
Wall tripped.
You know, Trixie did kill the Tejo here, so you gotta think they have some idea that he'll be coming through this B main position.
My ultimate's ready. 30 seconds
Great
left.
shot.
Now note, it does have the ult if he really wants to go for it.
Well,
And it appears he does.
One enemy
And
remaining.
Sees reach around the corner and watches for the killjoy and gets it! A little bit whiffy on the spray, but able to stabilize right at the end. Incredible plays
That
out
is-
from Trixie.
Holy,
wild.
another 4K.
that is wild. Yeah, I mean, of course, no ace, never happened.
Never happens.
Man, what a play from Trixie. I mean,
That was
certainly what
incredible.
should have been a very unwinnable situation, you just completely turned around. And, I mean, for Valpo, that's a bit of a heartbreaking round there. I mean, you got to think, you're down 8, you think, all right, well, at least we've got 1, and then it's just, you just get rug pulled harder than the Hawk Tua girl.
But we have to
Crazy
his flowers
statement.
there in that round tool. I'm ignoring that. Fully choosing to ignore it. But Major getting the pick onto Johan really opened up the round, and we do
Ooh.
see the Omen in the back lines there, trying to get whatever he can. And then health not looking great for 60, but you know what? He's alive, and that's all that matters.
For such a really well done opener, it's just like they weren't able to fully execute that. So now we're seeing a numbers
Yeah.
advantage on Belmont's side.
I mean, by all means, that should have been, I mean, Valpo should be up 3 people right now.
Yeah, that Omen just kind of whiffed a little bit. He got 1 kill, but like it could have been so much more. We saw I think
Just-
around like 3 people lined up that were just full blinded.
Once again, I think Red not quite having his plant button down to the right here or something like that. But yeah, the Teo ult won't find anything. I mean, it's a very tough situation for Valpo. Great pick
60 from behind the
Teo.
box, whiffing a little bit more. Red on 3
enemy
has a chance
remaining.
for the ace, but Nat makes sure to take it away from him.
Last player
Yippee.
Where,
standing.
okay, thank you. If he had gotten the 4K, I would have been upset. But
And Nat just entirely unsure of where to go.
yeah,
Dancing around gamer films here, maybe trying to get the wallbang on bomb if possible.
yeah, it's such a tough spot to be in. Yeah.
Just playing time as much as possible.
Actually,
A little too close.
Almost.
She knew what she was doing. She knew what she was doing.
I
of
think that
course.
had like 2 bullets left. Like if
If she ran out of bullets, that would have been tragic.
That would have been hilarious. I
I
Yeah.
don't think he quite had enough time for it anyway, but it would have been close.
we can dream. We can dream. But yeah,
I
now
need to show y'all a
10-0
clip
for
after this
Belmont.
of a little trolling from our last scrim match.
I'll see it. Let's see it.
It will be important though for Belmont
After
not to get
this,
too
after
crazy here. I mean, game's not over yet. Valpo have an entire like half left to play potentially, and it could come back to bite them.
Johan, only a sheriff in hand, but yep. Has proven
It
dangerous
is.
before, but won't be able to connect anything this round.
It is only a sheriff, unfortunately, and we do have Trixie coming in from tree, and he is able to just find every like empty spot in the map this game, it seems.
Great killjoy utility. Shut that down. Great pick.
Yeah, beautiful setup, and Matt now on 3 has a chance for the ace, and then Red returning the
And of
favor.
course.
Oh my god.
Please don't get if
Oh.
don't
We
get
just
the
can't even
4K.
say
No.
anything. We can't even say anything.
I know, right?
Don't get the 4K.
But yeah, like you were saying with Trixie, it's just like the fact that he's able to find every single open spot, like the timing is just impeccable. That's what you need in a lurk.
Red shooting at Ghost there in A main.
Ugh.
Last round in the
Yeah,
half.
I mean,
Need a drop.
Valpo so far is not able to find anything in this game. I mean,
Thanks.
Johan's been completely neutralized, and we're not really seeing too much of a step up from anyone else. It's a bit unfortunate to see, but it's looking like it's going to be a bit of a quick match.
Belmont looking for the perfect half here, trying to get it to 12-0, just closing this out super quickly, making sure everyone can get to dinner on time.
Flash place.
Unfortunately, George
Not
won't be
ready yet.
paying,
Retrieving flash.
but it is it's really just been a clean game all around from Belmont. However, we do have the up. And
Great pick.
Trixie getting a little over-eager, showing the shoulder.
Stand your ground.
But Belmont will get this A-site for free here. I mean, they will invest in the
Hopefully.
ult, but
We have the Odin spamming down the up,
oh, and
looking to get another one through the wall.
Grenade is live.
man,
Why shoot at people you can see?
All missiles away.
Killjoy
Unfortunately,
ult
the
comes out. I mean,
Teho Util not quite able to break the KJ ult anymore. We do have Nat coming in on the back. But this could get really dangerous really quickly. If we have 2 people falling, it's going to be all on Nat to get there as fast as she can. Why are we walking?
yeah, great.
Did I stutter or did
Great
the
turnaround.
stream?
Switching
Yeah.
sides.
Great turnaround from Valpo, but I mean, it might be a little bit of a too little, too late type situation. I mean,
I don't know. Maybe we'll
11-1.
see some fanatic.
Gotta- yeah, you've got
Take here.
this would be more than Fnatic. I mean, this,
Nah, yeah.
this will
This
be one
is,
for the ages right here.
This is DRX on
But-
Furia, I believe, down 2
Yeah.
to 12, able to claw it back.
Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, maybe they'll be able to pull something out here. It's all got to start with this pistol round.
Yeah, and for Valpo, it really just have to be one round at a time. Just do everything you absolutely can. If they do lose this, I guarantee we'll be seeing a force out from the next round, and
Yeah,
it's a scary situation to be in. I mean, that one round could
missiles
save them
away.
for sure, but it is still going to be hard to
Oh,
find.
and that's
Red
not
getting the
happening.
first
great
kick.
trade back at least from Johan, but yeah, getting caught out in those mollies is a bit unfortunate. Yeah.
60 getting one through the smoke. Major getting his on
One
the
enemy
tree.
remaining.
Picked apart.
Now Johan goes down, and it is one man left, and he does get the first pick.
Team ace.
But
Jumping in and out of the smoke, though, just too confused, too many places to look.
Just now noticed.
and as you
It's,
said, I mean,
Point.
it's just it's a little disappointing not seeing that perfect half, and then we had like that perfect 13-0, but
yeah,
13-1's good enough.
yeah. Honestly, at this point, they should just lose the game and then try 13 next round or next game. But,
There.
you know, they never listen to my advice, so I doubt they'll do that. But I think that would be an optimal play. But, yeah, I mean, as you said, we're looking at a force up here from Valpo. I mean, you're on match point. Here.
Fight for everything you can, yeah.
Yeah, We'll see.
They did get the plant, so they do have a little bit of money coming into this. Brixie playing around his own wall here. Does get the first pick onto Johan. No damage taken. However, the Stingers are able to clean him up in close range.
Got a KJ lurk all the way through A. Kind of a mad timing.
Does he know?
I don't think he does. Oh, this is look at this. Yeah, the KJ lurk all the way. Yeah, it's a great lurk from Egg.
Red now
We got
head on a
this-
swivel.
Yeah,
Very scared of what could be coming from any direction.
but will Valpo expect this Tejo on A?
We do have Nat getting one into mid. And
Yeah, and Red
they
gets
were
a
entirely
free
unaware of Red on site.
One enemy
And KJ Lurk
remaining.
not coming in too much of handy.
All missiles away.
And it is once again all left onto Danny. Now noted, stunned up potentially.
Yeah,
And that is going to be game.
Defenders win.
about as competitive as LeBron James playing against Pee-wee basketball players, but it happens.
I don't know, they had-
sometimes in games.
They
I
had an
do think
equivalent
it
on
really
their
is
team.
just Belmont's map, to be fair, though.
But yeah, I mean, excellent play from Belmont. Major, I will say, yeah, 14-5 on the ISO. Coach
Very
definitely
impressive,
came
very
in and,
impressive.
and stepped up here, yeah.
I was doubtful at first, but the ISO pick was definitely turned out in their favor.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think part of that might have stemmed from Valpo. Not really. I just don't think they utilized the Tejo or the Breach too well in conjunction with the Jet, especially when compared to Belmont's usage of their utility. But
Yeah.
very, very dominant performance from Belmont there.
Huge matches
Unfortunately, I do have to
today.
go to a club meeting, by the way. Thank you, everyone, for
Aw.
watching. I'll let
Yeah.
Pat and Grant close y'all out. But
Yeah. Do we want to
yeah.
bring anybody in before we? Do we want
You
to?
can bring in Major.
We can bring in Major. Let me go and message him.
Man. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I think that those great matches, really good morale boost from last match. Which last match was still
Yeah,
very interesting.
certainly.
We saw a bit of contest to Illinois. It was just again like there was so much stuff. We saw like no practice. We saw no practice. I'm pretty sure we had 2 subs or somebody.
What
We
up,
just-
player?
What
Oh, I
up?
forgot, bro.
Nice
look
to
at that. We got the ISO main.
got the
yeah.
ISO. The ISO was crazy.
I know, right?
It's just like, yeah, you like even though having to fill in and everything, you did great.
Thank you, thank you.
But yeah,
I am disappointed in you though. I'm disappointed.
Yeah, I
'cause,
should have dropped 30.
so
well,
many
yeah,
4Ks in
Nat-
that last
Nat-
match.
All right.
in that first game, Nat got to 27 kills, and I was saying that y'all should throw a few rounds.
I thought we were saying the same thing. We were like, should we throw a few rounds so we get the 30 bomb? We were like, nah.
Yeah.
Could have
Oh, yeah.
bankrupted George, man. It would have been great.
Oh, yeah.
I just now noticed this last match, Johan didn't really perform as much. 9 and 14.
Nah.
Yeah.
9 and 14. He was going crazy the first
Oh
game.
my god, yeah.
Oh,
We were
absolutely.
like,
He's a
we
great
were like,
boss.
Holy
we were like
cow.
working the map around that guy, bro.
Yeah. And it's like
That's what we were saying. It was like CNED, like when Gambit played against the.
Literally.
Mm.
Yeah, it's just the guy. He's just hitting everything, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Crazy.
only so much you can do. I mean, he just got
Yeah.
hogged.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's odd to see that he performed a little less on this map because like I'm pretty sure this was their pick and like I'm pretty sure Jet is Johan's main.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, this was their pick. I was kind of confused.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, bet Lotus and Ascent.
and like from neither teams played KO today.
Right.
Which is so
yeah,
essential
we
for this
were.
map.
I was like, we now wanted to run a double duelist. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, I mean
So it
like
worked
no
out.
nobody on our team can really play KO other than ZJ, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So like
Yeah, I figured it was just like y'all were just like, all right, Major subbing in today. Let's throw him on the ISO.
Yeah.
and like yeah, and it turned out really well. But like
Yeah.
still for their team, like I'm surprised we're not seeing any KO like at all. Like
Oh,
Under-
absolutely.
like I completely understand like we're now seeing like a lot of people swapping out Sova for Teo, but like KO's just been such a staple for that map. Like the amount of
Yeah.
lineups, the amount of like setups, the amount of everything. He's just so useful.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
And considering their Teo ended with 3 kills, 2 of which were probably kills in 1 round, I don't think they utilized that utility all too well. Just like with the Breach, I mean, I mean, Breach's utility is like so abusive when it's used correctly, and I feel like I didn't even see it throughout that whole game.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
very odd.
I didn't even know they had a breach.
That's what
Like,
I'm saying. Yeah. And it's just
yeah.
like
I didn't
yeah.
realize it until like the 10th round when they did the breach setup with the jet and B main.
Right.
Mhm.
That was like
Oh
the first
yeah,
time
yeah.
I saw anything.
That was a good setup. Like you said during it was like, why didn't they do that earlier? Like
Yeah.
that's just that
That's
would have
like-
been easy takes every round to get like B
Yeah.
main just cleared.
It's like
Right.
breach in conjunction with jet is crazy, and they just like didn't use it. But
Yeah. And it's just like they want to empower Johan so much. It's just like they don't really like know how to do that. They haven't. Yeah. And it seemed like they were doing that more on Lotus than this map, which is a little odd to see. But anyway.
For sure.
yeah, so Major, how are you? I mean, after last week, which I know you weren't able to make it to that game, how is this making you and
Well,
you
I mean,
and-
it sounded like
you?
we also. I mean, obviously, I wasn't there last week, but we just kind of sounded a lot better today. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, we're up 11-1 at half, so the vibes are high. But when we had to lock in on Lotus, like, it was still like pretty positive, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, we actually had a lot of practices this week. And
Yeah, we
so
did.
we were pretty
Well,
comfortable, and those practices did turn out pretty well. But it's just like, yeah, I think it like our last matches, everybody was really down because like we didn't have practices, we didn't have like
Turn my name in the background.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, I think it's just like we didn't have practices, we didn't have really like any strats written up, like, or at least not any recent strats that we need to do. And plus everybody on our team was just busy, like just flooded with stuff after spring break.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Major, you got to play. You thinking this might mark a bit of a return to you, the playing
Return of the King.
Yeah, maybe, man. I mean, we're gonna obviously for our program though, but like we're doing some changes next year for sure because we'll have the
Definitely.
lab and everything. So there's
I'm
gonna
so
be
excited for
some.
the lab.
I'm super excited for that.
I think I'll be in the same dorm as it. Pretty sure. Depends on if the Resol person gets back with me.
So the lab is just like it's like an esports center,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
They got like they got like a practice room. They got like a match room with big old TVs and stuff. It's sick.
Yeah, super excited for that.
Yeah.
y'all are. I mean, what other esports teams are at Belmont?
We're like the good one.
Yeah, I will be definitely starting more. I definitely want to get a Rivals team going. Definitely want to get probably a Siege team going. Honestly, we have
Yeah.
Siege X coming out soon.
Yeah,
That'll be
you got Siege
real.
X.
Yeah. And I know some people. 60 has actually talked about wanting to do Siege as well. So
Yeah.
Siege would be fun.
yeah,
Siege is love.
definitely want to start that. Rivals
athlete.
might start the Overwatch team back up again. We'll see. I just
Nah, Overwatch is a dead game. Just abandon it.
it's just like I'm definitely gonna get Rivals going. I have a lot of people interested in Rivals. I know me, Irenic,
Rivals is
and
sick.
maybe even Nat might do that. Probably not.
I
Nat,
know.
but-
I know this other guy is really interested in doing rivals.
Mhm.
So
Oh yeah,
Jack,
it?
one of Zach's roommate.
yeah, and we have like a few people, that's already like climbed the ranks in our server.
Yep,
and
yep.
everything. So it'd be really interesting to see. Plus, I just love Rivals. It is so fun. I've loved
Yeah.
competitive.
Yeah. I
competitive
wish
scene.
Rivals came out when I was still at Belmont. I would have been like, 'cause I'm actually like decent. I'm ass at Valorant, but I'm actually like okay. I've old.
Oh, don't say that.
I never wanted to play Valorant. I wanted to. I wanted to do what you were doing, but we just didn't have enough people.
I'm trying to get more into Valorant. I've been sort of improving. It's just like it's hard to get that. It's like you go through phases.
Oh, dude,
of
I heard you were
motivation.
top fragging yesterday. Or yeah,
I was
yesterday
for a
while,
bit.
right?
And I mean, I did pretty good overall. I got 14, but
Yeah.
I just like I want to get more into it. I guess it's just like I completely lost motivation when Rivals came out, and I played a lot of other games
No,
after
that's
that,
fair.
and then it just took me a little bit, but I'm slowly crawling my way back.
Yeah.
I'm on my gold one.
Fire.
But yeah, I'm excited to be back, and like again, really excited for new teams next year.
For sure.
I don't even know. Do we start a league team? I want to start a league team and a CS team as well. It's just like I don't know if we have anybody that's interested.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of people also come up to me. There's a lot of people at Belmont, especially like that don't have their computers because it's
Yeah.
kids from the West Coast and stuff. Like it's not.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, they can't.
They
like,
didn't pack it. Yeah, they can't really
Yeah,
drive it
can't
up here.
carry it on a
So
plane.
If you have like a gaming room though, where people could go to like
exactly.
practice.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like the people who don't that all like want to play, like we'll just send them there for practice.
Because
and
a lot of people
everything, and-
fly out as well, so like,
Yeah.
so
That's
they
what I
can't
mean.
they take PCs or anything. So
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Well.
And we have a lot of new incoming freshmen next.
Yeah,
Next semester,
yeah.
So that'll be interesting.
Always getting new ones.
Always getting new ones. And it's knowing Belmont is gonna be bigger than the last group. So
Hmm.
yeah. Well, anyway, I think that's pretty much all for today.
Fire. Yeah.
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 Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, MVC, for providing the overlay as always. Thank you, Pat.
Sponsored
and
by Chick-fil-A, as we always
sponsored
say.
by Live Moss
Sponsored
Victory
by
today.
Chick-fil-A.
You just gotta say
Alright,
it.
later.
You gotta say it until it comes.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you, Pat, for joining in today. And thank you, Ben. Ben's gone, but